Hello everyone, and welcome to TUF, the UPSC Factory. I am Tanmay Kale, your host for today. So today we are going to discuss one important article from Indian Express, and we'll discuss some things which are given in the article in deep. Okay, so let us continue with the article. So the article which came here in today's newspaper is about this Supreme Court Lok Adalat, which was set up recently, right? Which was set up recently by in the leadership of our CJI, Diva Chandrachud. So in this article, we'll discuss about the Lok Adalats mainly, okay? Because marking the 75th year of Supreme Court, a week-long Lok Adalat was kicked off in the Supreme Court itself, right? So we'll see what is Lok Adalat, right, and why we should study that, right? So here we come. Lok Adalat, mega settlement drive by Supreme Court, right? So why are we studying Lok Adalat? First of all, it is a very important topic for GS2. Right, GS2, statutory and non-statutory bodies. So it is directly questions are asked in the GS2 paper in mains from this topic. So what exactly is Lok Adalat? So I have taken this definition from the website of NALSA only, right? So Lok Adalat is one of the ADR, like one of the alternative dispute redressal mechanism. It is a forum where disputes and cases pending in court or law or at pre-litigation stage, मतलब जहाँ पे अभी तक litigant ने अपना litigation file नहीं किया है. So those disputes are settled or compromised amicably, in amicable manner, right? So very simple definition is there. This definition only you have to write whenever there is any question on Lok Adalat, okay? And Lok Adalat has been given the statutory status by the Legal Service Authorities Act of 1987. Lok Adalat used to be there in existence before this act also, but the statutory status was given by this act, right? Now, the decision, which is called award in case of Lok Adalat, right, is deemed to be a decree of civil court, not a criminal court, civil court, right? And it is final and binding. Then there is no appeal against such order which lies before any court, right? So it is not that which happens in our regular judiciary, that any case which is like any judgment which is given by a lower order court can be appealed in a higher order court, like a case of high court can be appealed in a judgment of high court can be appealed in Supreme Court. This does not happen when it comes to Lok Adalat, right? So if any party is not satisfied with the judgment or the decree of the Lok Adalat, they have to initiate another litigation, right? So the thing is that generally the parties are satisfied with the judgment because it is reached by their consultation and their concurrence only, right? So one thing which is given in the article which is very remarkable is that NALSA has resolved 8.1 crore cases in 2023 itself. It is being said by the CGI. So I have quoted it from here. So as we have talked about, no court fee is needed when it comes to Lok Adalat, right? No court fee is needed. Why no court fee is needed? Because when you see the idea behind the NALSA, National Legal Services Authority Act, it comes from one of the directive principle of state policy, which is to provide free legal aid to poor. You have to comment which article is that. You have to comment in the comment section. It comes from there. That's why there's no fee needed for a case to be filed in Lok Adalat, right? What are the nature of cases to be referred in Lok Adalat? First, any case pending before any court, right? Any court in India, any case pending before any court can be taken up in Lok Adalat. right? Secondly, any dispute which has not been brought before any court is pre-litigation, right? Pre-litigation. So whichever it is in pre-litigation stage, has not been brought before any court, yet can also be taken before the court, the Lok Adalat, right? But here what you have to note is that any non-compoundable offense under the Indian law, non-compoundable offense cannot be settled in Lok Adalat. Why? Because in non-compoundable offense, compromise is not possible. It can only be quashed. Like if there is a murder case or a rape case, you can't go to the parties and say, let's compromise, right? Let's compromise in the Lok Adalat. Okay, you have done a murder. Okay, we'll give you this much amount. No, these kind of things can't be done in such heinous cases, right? That's why it is not allowed in non-compoundable cases. Right, we don't have to go into deep like what are the list of non-compoundable cases. That is not a concern for UPSC, right? If you are giving an exam for any legal services, then you can read that, but for UPSC that is not needed. And in non-compoundable cases, generally the state files the case, right? The state files the case. Now, Supreme Court Lok Adalat is a type of national Lok Adalat. Okay, Lok Adalats are held time to time by the courts also, like the Supreme Court Lok Adalat, High Court Lok Adalat, Taluk Court Lok Adalat, District Court Lok Adalat, right? So it is a type of ADR which is held by these courts. Now, any case pending before court can be referred in Lok Adalat for settlement if the following conditions are made. First of all, parties agree to settle the dispute in Lok Adalat, or one of the party applies for referral of the case to Lok Adalat, or the court is satisfied, right? The court is satisfied that the matter can be solved in Lok Adalat. So first is parties agree. Second, one party refer, right? One party refer. And third is when the court is satisfied. Court is satisfied for out of court judgment, right? Outside the court judgment. If court is satisfied, then it can also be done. Generally what happens, matters such as matrimonial disputes, right? Family disputes, डिवोर्स का मैटर हो गया, कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा घर में हो गया, वो वाले मैटर्स जो हैं, और इवन द क्रिमिनल केसेस विच आर कंपाउंडेबल, right, which are compoundable in nature can be dealt here. The land acquisition cases where the government acquires land, or the labor disputes between a company, between a factory or workman compensation cases, bank recovery are generally, these are one of the group of most famous cases which are taken by Lok Adalat, right? So here we have to write it whenever it comes to the question of Lok Adalat. As I mentioned earlier, non-compoundable offence cannot be dealt in Lok Adalat. So then we'll see what are the benefits of having a Lok Adalat as an institution, right? So there is no court fee as we talked about. Then speedy justice is there, procedural flexibility is there, then the decree is also binding, you don't have to go to appeal, right, further, and direct interaction with judges is possible. Generally does not happen when it comes to regular judiciary or traditional judiciary, right? Because only your lawyer, only your advocate talks on behalf of you. You are not allowed to interact directly with the judge, right? And procedure flexibility is also very important. Lok Adalats are generally driven by the process of natural justice. Sometimes, if there is a possibility, the procedures under the IPC, CRPC can be neglected when it comes to providing the justice, right? Providing the natural justice. So it is not bound by those strict procedures which are followed in the traditional judiciary. Okay. Next thing I would suggest you to go and read about the Lok Adalats on the website of NALSA. It is the best source. It is the most genuine source. Right. So go and read. Whatever doubt is there, you can comment in the comment section. Okay. So with this, Thank you. This is all for this video. Thank you so much.